guys, Emily Sosha from emilysosha.com, and I am on tonight, Sunday night this time. Hopefully I will be able to catch some of you guys. Last week I was on Sunday afternoon, and I'm pretty sure I was talking to myself for a good portion of it. But I am here Sunday night, and I want to announce a couple of things and also talk to you about beliefs and values. Oh, good. I see two people. Yeah, Tammy and Gina. Hi, ladies. So I just realized that I'm like completely blending in with the wall, which is awesome. But okay, so announcement. I have got the group going. It is called the Purpose Project, and we are growing slowly but steadily, and I would love for you to come and join us. If you don't know already, my background is in personal training and corrective exercise and yoga, and now that I am a coach, my main goal is to bring all of that back together and wrap it up into this like gorgeous little package that serves all of you instead of just a piece of you. So come check us out. I will put the link below the video as soon as I'm done. And then my second announcement is that I want your help. I want to work with you. So again, as some of you know, I am in the midst of getting certified to become a health and life coach. So it's a dual certification program, which is so cool. It's super interesting. And we need to take on clients throughout the program, which is so cool because we get to actually practice firsthand what we're learning, which is amazing. So I literally cannot wait to dive in. I've already been practicing up a storm because I just like can't even help myself. So I would love to work with you, and send me a message. Let's get this done. Yeah. Like I mentioned, my background is training and yoga and corrective exercise and now coaching. So my jam is making you a better person all around. Literally, like you have something that you want to conquer, we will conquer it. I will absolutely show you, teach you, guide you, mentor you how to handle your shit, essentially. Maybe I should just use that as my marketing, right? Learn how to handle your shit. Okay, so today I want to talk about beliefs. Beliefs are the things that we believe, the things that we hold important to us. I know that's kind of like a hugely general definition, but it is the things that we hold truest to ourselves, a lot of times subconsciously. So we'll dive into that in just a moment, but a lot of times it's stuff that we don't even know that we believe, right? So what are beliefs and where do they come from? They, oh, I just saw your comment, Tommy. Thank you. Good. I love this stuff too. I seriously can't get enough of it. When I'm with friends and family, it's like all I want to talk about. And they're like, can you just not talk about coaching for maybe like a second, like maybe just 1 second? But I'm just obsessed with it right now. So our beliefs are formed out of values, and our values are the things that we believe to be true on the most like intrinsic, inherent level, because they are formed when we are children. So they come from our families, typically, our sort of nuclear unit. It doesn't necessarily have to be a biological mother and father. It could be whoever you depended upon for support, like literally keeping you alive when you were a child, because we needed that. So these people, whether it's your biological mother and father or somebody else, a close family member, or maybe an adoptive parent, or whoever you kind of looked to when you were growing up to give you food and shelter and other basic needs like love and support, whether it was there or not, we relied on those people because it meant staying alive or not staying alive. So there's this very inherent, kind of unavoidable ability to take on whatever those people were showing us or not showing us, right? So if maybe you had a father figure who was never there for dinner because he was working, Well, him not being there, his absence was showing you, teaching you something about that, right? So you might say, well, he wasn't there, like it didn't even matter, I didn't even know my dad, right? But that absence, that lack of, is showing you just as much, if not more, about the specific situation. So the consistency and the coherency, right? So I actually just put a post up on Instagram saying that actions speak louder than words every single time. I can talk to you until I'm blue in the face about what to do or what not to do, but if my actions don't follow suit with what I'm saying, then you're not going to trust me, right? And so the same goes for other people in our lives. If they are saying one thing, oh, this is super important to me, oh, I really want to do this, oh, this is so great, and then ghosting you, it's not really that important to them, right? And it's not judgment anyway, it's just is what it is, right? So the coherency of those parental figures, actions and words, and then the consistency over time made up how we essentially see the world through beliefs and values. And of course, they're not the only thing. Friends and society and siblings and other larger family members, like outside of the small unit circle, can absolutely impact, but those parental guidance figures really form such a huge foundation. So why do we care about all that, right? It's super interesting, but why do we care? So we care because they impact, those beliefs and those values impact our day-to-day activities, actions, decisions, hey Megan, all the time, throughout every single thing that we do. Just like I mentioned before, earlier on, a lot of times without us even realizing it. So let me give you a couple of examples. One of them might be if I have the belief that making money is hard. Oh yeah, well, look at that, all the little hearts, I love that. If I have the belief that making money is hard, then I will always find myself, right? I don't want to say choose because it is a choice, but I'll say find myself in certain situations where I either have to work really hard to make my money, or I'm like constantly like going after, right? Because I have this belief that making money is hard. So our ego is constantly trying to keep that belief protected, keep ourselves protected. And so we're creating situations where that is true for us, so that I now know, yeah, right, yep, making money, damn, that's really hard. It's so hard, right? And then you look at other people and you're like, how do you do that so easily? And because they don't have that belief. They might have some other beliefs, but they don't have the belief that making money is hard. And so they make money easily and doing things that they love and maybe only working 10 or 15 hours a week, right? And it's okay because they don't have that belief. Okay, so another one might be, and this one I'm going to give you a little personal story. If I believe that being healthy is hard, or exercise has to suck in order for it to be effective, right? Or I have to kill myself and have sweat like pouring off of me, then I might also find myself in similar situations. And this one rings true for me so much. So I love exercise. I have recovered that relationship that I used to have with it, but there was a time period where I believed that if sweat was not pouring off of my body, and I'm not talking like sweat on my brow or like underneath my armpits, I am talking looked like I showered in my clothing type of sweat, I didn't think that my workout was effective. I didn't think that it was doing anything to my body. And I was wrong. So needless to say, I kind of drove myself into exhaustion, essentially. There was a lot of adrenal fatigue going on. I could barely keep my eyeballs open throughout the day. I was absolutely exhausted. There were some other symptoms going on, which I won't get into details, but essentially I was killing myself with this exercise because I had this belief that if I wasn't drenched, done, 2 hours in the gym, all of this, that it wasn't going to be effective, that I wasn't going to see the results. So I'll give you just a little side story. I had to heal that relationship, I had to step away from exercise for a chunk of time. And I had to not do anything at all, except maybe take the dog out for a walk. And then it was slowly incorporating movement back in a way that felt really good, and that allowed me to feel strong and powerful and refreshed after my workouts, instead of wanting to go home and not move a single muscle for 2 days, except that I was getting back up and doing it all over again. So that is my personal story on that one. And it was all because of this belief. I come from a family who is pretty extreme. They did a lot of things black or white. It either was on or it was off. And so I took that and I transferred it onto exercise. And it was go big or go home type of thing, to the point of risking my health, which is not worth it at all. The goal to exercise is to be healthy, not to go in the opposite direction. So what do you do about all this? Realizing, right? So the first step, it sounds super cheesy, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's really true. The first step is absolutely awareness. So if you are finding that things are not going a certain way that you want them to go in your life, I would ask you to question your beliefs. What beliefs do you have about money, food, relationships, sex, friendships, romantic relationships, right? Food, exercise, health, siblings, right? What do you believe about those things? And you might just write them all down and then see how maybe those things are showing up in your present life. The other thing that you can do is message me. So this is my jam. I love working on belief changing, habit changing, and wrapping it all up into one so that you can understand where it came from, because understanding is key, right? I don't really believe that you can just kind of power through it. You need to know where it came from. We don't have to spend years talking about it like you might with a therapist, but you need to know where it came from, and then we'll figure out a way for you to get past it so that that belief, that value system is no longer impacting your life in a negative way, right? If there are things going on that you don't like. So message me. You can either leave a comment below and I'll reach out, or you can send me a PM, and that would be great. So that's really all I wanted to share tonight. This has been swirling around in my head for a while, and wanted to do a live on it because, like I said at the beginning, this stuff is my jam. I love it. So like I mentioned, the group is open. It's called the Purpose Project. Really, it's all about finding your purpose, moving with purpose, eating with purpose, living with purpose, all of that. And my goal is to be able for it to be a safe, fun, happy space, really like a gigantic resource on all of those things where you can come and kind of refuel on that kind of stuff. And then I will be looking for clients soon, but definitely feel free to message me if all this stuff is resonating with you, because I'll be getting started in just a little bit. So if you want first dibs, send me a message. Cool. All right, guys, I had a lot of fun. If there are questions, let me know. I think I can see messages. Yeah, if not, I'll answer them afterwards. And then I'll turn this into a vlog and put it up afterwards. All right, bye guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.